conflict steeped in history echoes through the ages. The struggle between Israel and Hamas. This struggle can be traced back to the 19th century, when a significant wave of Jewish immigrants arrived in Palestine, then under Ottoman rule. The growing influence of political Zionism, advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in the region, was the driving force behind this influx. The course of history took a significant turn in 1947. The United Nations, in a landmark decision, adopted a plan to partition Palestine into separate Arab and Jewish states. This plan, though aimed at resolving the conflict, ignited a new one, the First Arab-Israeli War. The establishment of Israel in 1948 resulted in territorial disputes and a wave of Palestinian refugees, adding fuel to the already blazing fire of conflict. The seeds sown in the 19th century germinated into a full-blown conflict by mid-20th century, setting the stage for ongoing strife. The subsequent decades were marked by conflicts that further intensified the regional tensions. Among these, the 1956 Suez Crisis stands out. This crisis unfolded when Israel, in conjunction with the United Kingdom and France, intervened in the Suez Canal region following Egypt's nationalization of the canal. The global repercussions were profound, revealing in stark terms the intricate complexities of Middle Eastern geopolitics. This crisis stoked the simmering tensions in the region, setting the stage for the Six-Day War. The Six-Day War of 1967 was a pivotal conflict between Israel and its neighboring Arab states, including Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. Marked by Israel's swift and decisive victory, the war led to a significant reshaping of territorial control. Israel captured the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt, the West Bank, and East Jerusalem from Jordan, and the Golan Heights from Syria. The consequences of this territorial shift were far-reaching, creating new sources of tension. Particularly contentious was the status of Jerusalem. A city steeped in religious and historical importance, Jerusalem was now under Israel's control. This move, however, was not recognized internationally and further fueled the disputes. These events deepened the conflict, creating new sources of tension and disputes that continue to this day. Efforts to bring peace were met with challenges, leading to an outburst of violence, the Second Intifada. The Oslo Accords of the 1990s, an ambitious attempt to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, fell short of expectations. These agreements, brokered largely by the United States, were meant to establish a framework for peace and Palestinian self-governance. However, the accords faced roadblocks in implementation, marred by mutual distrust and sporadic violence. Then in the year 2000, the Second Intifada erupted. This was an intense period of Palestinian-Israeli violence, marked by suicide bombings, guerrilla warfare, and robust Israeli military responses. The causes were complex and multifaceted. They included the disappointment over the failed Oslo Accords, disputes over Jerusalem, the growth of Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and mounting Palestinian frustration over the lack of progress towards statehood. This wave of violence had a profound impact on the region, leading to a significant loss of life and deepening the divide between Israelis and Palestinians. The failure of the peace initiatives and the ensuing violence further complicated the situation, pushing a resolution further out of reach. Today, the conflict endures, with intermittent escalations, diplomatic initiatives, and ongoing challenges. In 2023, the tensions reached a new high, marked by rocket attacks, incursions, and escalating violence as conflict erupted between Israel and Hamas. Yet beneath this surface turmoil lie unresolved core issues that continue to fuel the tensions. The status of Jerusalem, a city steeped in religious and historical significance, remains contentious. Israel's control of East Jerusalem, a move not internationally recognized, continues to be a source of dispute. The borders of a potential Palestinian state, another unresolved issue, add to the simmering discontent. The right of return for Palestinian refugees, a critical matter for those displaced by the conflict, continues to be a point of contention. On the other side, Israel's security concerns, given the history of violence and threats, remain a constant hurdle in the path towards peace. Efforts are ongoing, with initiatives like Qatar's pledge to build a natural gas pipeline into the Gaza Strip, aiming to end the energy crisis there. Yet these endeavors often seem dwarfed by the enormity of the situation. The struggle between Israel and Hamas continues, a testament to a conflict deeply rooted in history and a reminder of the elusive quest for peace.